time. We are from Grenada, if you please, the Spice Island of the West Indies. We are happy, peaceful and gay, beautiful, healthy in everywhere, and the warm sunshine every day. Our sea water is crystal clear, and so it is all through the year. Coconut palms and grape trees line the shore, will make you feel at home once more. Fishing is a lovely sport, you can go in an open boat, spend your vacation happily, tell your tales to friends and family. We are from Grenada, if you please, the Spice Island of the West Indies. We are happy, peaceful and gay, beautiful, healthy in everywhere, and the warm sunshine every day. Taxis can take you on an island tour. All around the island you may go. An important stop that you should make is a visit to Grand Etang Lake. You will have a lot of fun in the island in the sun. Everybody on this isle always greet you with a smile. We are from Grenada, if you please, the Spice Island of the West Indies. We are happy, peaceful and gay, beautiful, healthy in everywhere, and the warm sunshine every day. Our chief crops nutmeg and cocoa. All around the island these crops grow. Banana we must mention too, bring in a handsome revenue. We have other local fruits, and the all is very good. We're not putting you on the shelf, enjoy Grenada for yourself. We are from Grenada, if you please, the Spice Island of the West Indies. We are happy, peaceful and gay, beautiful, healthy in everywhere, and the warm sunshine every day. In the Caribbean there's an island, found and set aside by nature's plan. It's so beautiful to see,
Really?
Spice Island of the West.
Lovely.
And in the West Indies I say Grenada please. Overwhelmingly glad we are to be of our country. Foreigners have recommended it highly. Hand in hand for a better land of people who can understand this business right out of darkness. Speaking of the land, there's much to mention as to the way we live and cook with tradition. We have no segregation here.
That's right.
Harmony is all we care.
All right.
This is land of class, I say we're unsurpassed. Overwhelmingly glad we are to be of our country. Foreigners have recommended it highly. Hand in hand for a better land of people who can understand that that's business right out of darkness. Like all other places, we have problems, but when they come, we help to solve them. In eternally or otherwise,
Leave us,
whichever way we think is wise.
leave us,
Oh, sweet spice land, good-natured Grenadians, overwhelmingly glad we ought to be of our country.
country,
Foreigners have recommended it highly, hand in hand for a better land of people who can understand that that's business, right out of darkness. Years as we march on for progress, hoping everyone will do his best. It is the only way we can to build the morals of this land, so that we can show we are slow but sure. Overwhelmingly glad we are to be of our country. Foreigners have recommended it highly, hand in hand for a better land of people who can understand that that's business, right out of darkness.
Yes, man. Grenada, Grenada, the land where I was born. I know you were suffering. Men have raped you and abused you and left you there crying. I devote my heart, my body and my soul. I stretch forth my helping hand to help you out. I haven't got diamond, silver, or even gold, but blessings I give to its west, north and south. Oh, Grenada, Grenada, here I come. Sweet, sweet Grenada. I will never, ever, ever let you down. Oh no, I'll always be your support, right here by your side. With my arms around you to wipe your weeping eyes. Oh yeah. It's quite a long time now since you have fallen back to the last rung of the ladder, and your neighbors stand up there and uttering no talk, but to help they just don't bother. Some of your friends have turned their backs on you. They don't want to see a friend with your name on it. Don't bother with them. One day you go rise up to. Cause in times to come is the bread they might have to eat. But listen, let me go. Oh, Grenada, Grenada, here I come. Sweet, sweet Grenada. I will never, ever, ever let you down. Oh no, I'll always be your support, right here by your side. With my arms around you to wipe your weeping eyes. Let we go.
And a good night to Grenada, Carriacou, and Petit Martinique. Once again, it is time for Talking Points. My name is Sheldon Scott. I'm here with you up until the 10 o'clock hour. 6 minutes after the hour of 8 o'clock on the Spice Isle of Grenada. Yeah, we're doing something we are accustomed doing. We don't only do this when, we're doing this. Yeah, we just do this right through, you understand?
To defend your position from all those smart rip-off scams who just come to take a bite.
So we're saying a special good night to all of you who are joining us via 91.9, 91.5 Real FM.
While your friends...
Those of us joining us via in Brooklyn via 94.9. Wade, good night to you, bro. Yeah, Wade out there in Brooklyn with We Noise Radio. We say a special good night to you as well, bro. Folks, remember to like and share the live.
Grenada, Grenada, here I come. Sweet, sweet Grenada.
People after me for that gospel I played last night, so don't worry, I go play it, man. Not right now, but I'll play it, yeah? Nice.
I'll always be a so.
Let me say a special good night to those of you that are under the live, yeah?
With my arms around you to wipe your weeping.
Good night to you. Let me see, under the YouTube. Let me start with Agnes Henry. Number 1, Belfont. That's the first time I see that one. Carl Jones, Faithlin, Hallie Douglas, Wilfred Antoine, Phyllis Mitchell, Kathleen Ledlow, Maud Martin. Good night to you. Sky, Alban Harris, Claude Abraham, Baby Daddy, Michelle Alexander, Denise Fabio. Let me see, Gemma Warwood. Good night to you. Edmund Caliste. Good night, bro. All right, Anne-Marie Grant, Matthew Boyne, bro. What? Matthew, come on, man. Like you do, like you forget my number. Yeah, give me a little buzz. Nice. Edmund Caliste, good night to you. Jenna Benjamin, a special good night. Anna Lewis. Christine Otley, Janice Mitchell, Vanessa Lalji, Good Life, good night to you. Jackie Raymond, Devin James, Sherma Jeremiah, good night to you. And Zayla, good night to you, my dear. Kim Creedland, Hillary Joseph, Gavin Thomas, Jerome Lewis, Cindy Thomas, Clive Raymond, Deborah Laborde, I see you in the place. Yeah, Patsy Frank, Jen, Joycelyn Francois, good night. Kathleen Knights, Hermina Batiste, good night to you. Marilyn Ferguson, Eliza Bernard, Sandra Pascal, and Xavier, good night to both of you. Listra Abraham, Jocelyn Matheson, good night to you. And Stephen Simon, Veronica Lewis, all right. Teddy Bear, good night. Oswald Belfon, good night to you. Raphael B.J. Jr. Williams, good night. Kashima Roberts, Ashma Charles, Jenny Simon, good night to you too. Jenny Samuel, Maria Noel, good night. Shanron Thomas, Ron Dominic Benup, good night, bro. Yeah, Benup funeral tomorrow. Eh? Nice, yeah, Lacqua, yeah. Good night to the Hines family out there in Springs. Yeah, we know their funeral tomorrow. Right, so Ron Dominic, good night to you. I know your wife is listening as well. Good night to you. And let me see over on the Facebook who is there. Evelyn Narayan, good night to you. Landon Jane, Cousin Christine Adams. I am unable to make it to Karaku tomorrow night. Please put some candles on my grandfather's grave for me. Please, when you put those, know that those are specifically for me. Nobody else. And when you do that, send a picture for me, please. So you're going by my grandfather, our grandfather, grave. When you put those candles, send a picture so I know. That is from Sheldon. All right? And if you get enough time, go down by my grandmother own and put some as well. All right, Cousin Christine? I know you just follow instructions. And I know you love your cousin and you go help me out. Right? Mavis Thorne, good night. Olive McKeown, Nesta Sinclair, Yolan Mitchell Moraine, Norma Noel, Teresa Gill, Sherry Lambert, Jill Williams, good night. Cindy Charles, Davis Charles, good night to you. Patsy Budd, right? Red Girl Pascal, Lynn Joseph, Jillian Prescott, good night. Morden Bartholomew McLean, Mitchell, Ingrid Bourne, Malika, good night to you. Nursey, Wendy McGuire, good night to you, girl. Denise Fabio, good night. Rachel Mona Alexander, good night. Lucy King, good night. Candy James, Donna Langdon, Dean Joseph, Sharon Felix, Julius Bowen, Norma Roberts. You see, I just get problem pronouncing she name. So what? Shauna George Cummings, good night to you. That first name, I want to go and hatchet your name again, right? Gail Ann Thomas, Sonny Isle, good night to you. Dwight Ferguson, good night. Teresa Collymore, Veronica Frederick, Cousin Levine, Kathy Gilbert Levine, good night to you. Charmaine Ragbasing, Lorette Charles, Louisa Williams, Shauna Simpson, good night to all of you. Evelyn Narayan, I think I said good night, but you deserve to, so you get it. All right. Toya Stephen, good night to you, my dear. Linda Imelda Francois, Joan Henry, Clive Raymond. Clive, what's up? John Mark, good night to you. Cicely Celestine, Winnie Simon, good night. Nicole Batiste, Yvonne George, Bernadette Joseph, and hey, Bernadette George, Mommy George, good night to you. Nice. Veronica Bailey, good night. What I was just saying, good night to everybody that's listening to the program locally, regionally, and internationally. You know, as I mentioned Karakou and thing, let me take a little something out of Karakou there. Play a little something for Fiddler. Play a little something for Lucy and Duncan.
I went to a social party one day.
Folks, remember to like and share the live. Like and share the live.
You see me standing there in a corner. I'm waiting for me chance to get to this center. The bass just start to beat, and then the chord just slam a note. This time a woman gone in the ring, and she start to do she thing. Tell me how, this is someone I never see. Tell me how, tell me how.
Just making sure you all like and share. I've done it already. Like and share. Let me see those shares on the YouTube go up to 100. Let me see those on Facebook pass 100. Make sure you like and share. Yeah, nice. So the likes, I want to see them on the YouTube go. I've seen them at 51 now. We need at least 49 more or more. All right, and those on Facebook, yeah, hit the like button. And remember, if you don't know how to do it, ask one of the younger ones. Yeah, some of them can't even spell properly, but they could share though. They know how to like and share.
You should see that woman there in the ring. What she start to do, she think, Hausa Willie, Hausa Willie, Hausa Willie, Hausa Willie, Hausa Willie, Hausa Willie. I jump up. Do you think? Yo, Viola, Viola, yo, Viola, yo, Viola, Viola, yo, Viola, yo, Viola.
I know a lot of people here in Grandad's problems this evening in order to get home. I know when I was coming up a bit earlier, there was significant amounts of people at the sides of the road for transport heading into town. Yes, so there was a problem when it came to get buses to head into town. And even in town itself, I had to wait quite a while on the terminal to get a Grandad's bus to come down to Grandad's. Then even going down to Grandad's, there was a long line of traffic, and so I think probably some tweaking, if any event of the nature that's taking place today has to take place again. They definitely, I think, knowing the Royal Grenada Police Force, I know the officers know what to do, man. I ain't had to tell them what to do. All I want to say is they see what happened today, so they know that some tweaking has to be done. You can't go back and do the same thing again in the same manner, because you're going to end up with the same result. So because there was this long line of traffic that seemed to extend from Lagoon Road, going back past Fall Edge, going back there. And I'm telling you that they definitely need to tweak whatever it is they were doing. Either they need to turn off the traffic lights when they're doing that, or I don't know. The officers are the experts. I'm going to leave it in their hands when it comes to that particular one. I have faith in the Royal Grenada Police Force that they would know what to do in situations like this. Yeah? Nice. Folks, we're going to open the phone lines early because last night I think a lot of people were trying to get through and they didn't get the opportunity. I want to give you the opportunity to speak tonight. No, the voice is good. You realize? No problem. No coughing, no anything. The voice is good. Knock on. Knock on wood, right? And so I'm going to give you the opportunity to call in 440-7377. That is 440-7377 and 347-329-3101. All right? Those are the numbers you can call to get in. Saying a special good night to my friends and family out there in Carriacou. Multan, good night, huh? And if I'm telling Margaret, and if I'm telling you good night. Good night, Margaret.
I see a woman pushing her way through the crowd. Suddenly her voice started getting loud. The bassman saw the move. He done no time she got in groove. You should see that woman there in the ring. But she started to do she thing.
And folks, remember, let me just give you some reminders. One, tomorrow, remember at 8:30, so roughly just around this time, Dr. the Right Honorable Keith Mitchell and a team from the New National Party, they will be holding an engagement, right, online with the public via television, radio, the internet, etc. That will be taking place roughly around 8:30 tomorrow night. All right, so we're looking forward to that one, which means you're tuning in as normal. We're going to put up the links and so for Talking Points, because Talking Points will be carrying it live. So we will put up the links. You'll be able to get it on Talking Points, but we'll make sure that you're also able to get it on all of the New National Party pages. And so the NNP, New National Party, Grenada, Carriacou, and Petit Martinique page, yes, you'll be able to get it there. And if you have not gone and liked and followed that page yet on Facebook, you need to do so. Like and follow that page as well. And then you have the various constituency pages, Dr. Mitchell's page himself, and the various candidates, former candidates, the various MPs and so on. Each of them have got their pages. You need to follow and like those pages as well, and the constituency pages, all right? Because we're going to put it out to as many of the pages as possible. Nice? Great. And again, 440-7377. And folks, also remember on Friday, the New National Party women's arm of the St. David's constituency, they're having their not breakfast, they're having a barbecue. Yeah, next thing I send people the early bar, Miss Felix. Barbecue, that will be starting at 11 a.m. So you can check them at the constituency office there. Remember, they're going to have barbecue pork, barbecue chicken, barbecue fish. Check them out. All right, nice. And they'll set you up nice, eh? Yeah, this is not the first time talking about barbecue from the St. David's Women's Arm or the St. David's constituency branch. When them tell you they're having a barbecue, it does be a nice barbecue. So we're looking to head out there, if possible, to the St. David's branch. Right, so those of you traveling down the East Coast or traveling up the East Coast, as far as Lukablai, you know the constituency offices and that's just there. As far as Lukablai, they could stop off and get your barbecue. Nice, tasty barbecue. I can tell you tasty because I was eat it. Tasty barbecue. Nice. And they're going to have drinks and things on sale. You could grab a drink and go one time. Or you see some fellas, they say, hey fellas, I'll eat two in the bar for you. You understand? No, don't just say that and you didn't leave it, you know. Make sure you leave the body for it and shoot. All right? Okay, so you could do that. Then on Saturday morning by Jalayan Shop, the St. George Northwest constituency from 7 a.m. They are going to be having their breakfast sale. They're going to have like a fried cuckoo. They have bakes. They have saltfish sauce, fish cake. You name it, they have it. All right, coconut bake, all different things. So you could stop there. You get a hot cup of tea. You could get juice. You could get different things. They are having that breakfast sale starting at 7 a.m. by Jalayan Shop. Check them out. I know one of my friends going to call and give some more details in relation to that one. And then at 11, so you're passing there and you get breakfast by Jalayan Shop. But then at 11, the St. John constituency branch, they are having their barbecue. And that's going to be close to the Cloger Medical Center. Not close. Why am I saying Cloger? Grand Roy Community Center. No, I'm saying Cloger. Grand Roy Community Center. Right, so you can check them out. They're going to be having their barbecue there. So make a special effort to pass. So you're getting breakfast by one, and you could get your barbecue for lunch and thing by the other one. All right, nice. So check them out. All right. And the reason I said Closure, because I know DJ Ben Leg. Ben Leg, good night. I know DJ Ben Leg And the Closure community, they have an activity on Saturday night. I think it starts roughly around 10. So they have an activity there, fundraiser. And so, they have a very vibrant group up there in Closure. So any of you that, in fact, Closure is a nice place to hang out and thing. Closure is a nice place. So even if you're not from Closure and you're not from Florida and them other areas, you could go up there, right? So Closure, they'll be having that activity taking place this Saturday night, starting roughly at 10 p.m., all right? So go on out there and support them. Of course, no entry fee, but food and drinks on sale. So go on out there and support the people up there in Closure. Nice. And the Carriacou and Petit Martinique branch would like to thank all of you that supported their breakfast last weekend. I ain't find I get too much info in all you. I just get a thank you, I ain't find all this and I'll go pick and thing from me, Right. Hey, Nadine, Jason, and Shirley out there in London, good night. Joyce out there in Trinidad, good night to you. Patricia and Matthew up there in Canada. Ian in Canada, good night to all of you. And folks, let me we've got over the events and so let me say this. Last night, I did mention that Dr. the Right Honorable Keith Mitchell would be the special guest on GBN to the Point this morning. I did do a reminder this morning to those of you on my WhatsApp group, and so I did a reminder this morning and that sort of thing. One thing I've found that I really cannot do, I took some glimpses, but I can't do it, is go into the comment section when Dr. Mitchell or any member of the New National Party is on one of those platforms such as the GBN and so. Because there seems to be no moderation, no control. And let me make clear here, I am not in any way, form, or format blaming the host. The host is hosting the program. He's not controlling the live. They have other people that are controlling the live. Because I see absolutely no reason, because it's getting to that stage, and of course the New National Party will be having their engagement, their media engagement tomorrow night. But it's getting to that stage where you have to really consider if it makes sense going onto any of these programs. Because if we are going onto these programs, if you have MPs, for instance, Dr. Mitchell, the longest serving parliamentarian in Grenada, the most successful politician in the Western Hemisphere, and indeed one of the most successful politicians in democratic systems in the world. There is no one, east or west, north or south of the equator, no one who has the political record that Dr. the Right Honorable Keith Mitchell has in a democratic system. None. So there is no reason that he ought to have to go onto a program to try to articulate points and be belittled by anyone and allow people to allow him to be belittled. There's no need for that. Seriously, I'm getting to the stage where I think it's not necessary to go to these programs.
You got a Django follow. Right now it's Flurry, Jack and Loxin. But these men rule the ring. Tell me how. I says I wanna never see it.
Yeah, the cough come back for a second day. Yeah, I'm getting to the stage where I believe it is beginning to become unnecessary for someone of the stature of Dr. the Right Honorable Keith Mitchell to submit himself to that sort of ignorance. And ignorance in the proper dictionary term and also in the colloquial term. There is no need for him to submit himself to that. There is no need for someone who has been politically as successful as an Emmeline Pierre. Look at her record. Not within a year, not within 2 years, within 6 months of taking office as the new Minister of Youth in 2013. Look at her record. And then put it up against not just the Ministry of Sports right now, but the Ministry of Sports and any other 3 ministries that this government has, just her record in the Ministry of Youth and Sports, and put it up the first 6 months up against any 4 ministries that exist under the NDC right now. And she beaten them bad, bad, bad. She doesn't need to submit herself to that sort of nonsense. No, GBN has to do better. GBN definitely has, and again, folks, I see a lot of you blaming the host. The host is not the one controlling the comment section in the YouTube. The host is not the one controlling the comment section in the Facebook. And in my mind, I think the host has been very balanced. He didn't ask any nasty, out of the way sort of things. I think he has been very balanced. Whether it's NNP or NDC or anybody else that comes there, in my mind, he has been one of the more balanced hosts out there. But when it comes to what is taking place in the comment section, which is controlled outside of that studio, there's no need for Dr. Mitchell to submit himself to that. None. Zero. He don't have to go through that. So they might want him to come on a program. They might like him to come on a program. But in my personal view, Doc, I don't think we're going back, Serious. Serious. Unless GBN reins in this sort of nasty behavior. And even when it comes to the people that calling in, if I have a guest inside here, I will not allow anyone to call and disrespect the guest. The same way I wouldn't allow somebody to call and disrespect me. The same way I will not allow anybody to call and disrespect a caller who made a point on the program. The same way I myself will not disrespect. Well, no, some of them does look for they're talking to it. They just have to say it as a fact. Straight. But I would not disrespect them unless they have opened the door. But in that same context, if you are the Grenada, you start with Grenada, you're supposed to be national, you're supposed to be representing all of us. You're supposed to be representing the whole country. No matter what side of the fence. But it seems as though, down to the reporting on the GBN, and again, I'm not blaming the reporters. I'm not blaming them. Because there has to be guidance from the top. So something is definitely wrong when it comes to the organization. Because a reporter can't just go and report what they want inside there because they have the lawsuits and all kind of thing, So they can't just come and report what they want and say what they want and that kind of thing. But I can tell you, I can definitely tell you that something is wrong there. More and more, GBN begins to look like GIS TV. A lie? Those of you that look at the news and so on, all you find out what's going on. More and more, GBN is beginning to look like GIS TV. I see some people complain about Ride Along and Junior George and that. Junior George doing what Junior George want. That is Junior George if he's a NDC. And if he supported NDC, then you expect him to do the kind of things that you see being done. That is his business. I don't care. That's the man for. That is he. The same way he can't come and tell Sheldon Scott what to do on this show. The same way none of us can go and tell Junior George what to do on his show. But when it comes to the GBN, I have my concerns. Seriously, I love all of you at GBN and you all know that. I'm straight up. I just say it as it is. Straight up. Love all of you. But you see that kind of disrespect every time a member of the new national party comes there. And I don't know if the aim is to make the NNP decide that no, they're not going to come on the program, so there's only a space for the NDC via the various mechanisms that GBN offers via the internet and the terrestrial radio and so on. I don't know if that's the aim, to only provide an option now that only the NDC would be able to utilize, and then by default the NNP says we're not going, by allowing people to disrespect them like that. Listen, and the thing is, the absolute dunceness of the people that going and make the comments, because number one, they cannot counteract anything that Dr. Mitchell has said today. Nothing. They cannot counteract it. They could say he's lying, but can they prove it? Can they come and say, well, okay, Dr. Mitchell, you're not talking the truth because this is the case or that is the case and so on? No, they can't. So instead, they come under there and they come with the personal attacks. It's the same thing like what goes on with us here on this program. So you hear them call every now and again. They can't deal with the issue, so they try to attack the host personally. Anytime you hear that, it's a special level of dunceness. Yeah? It's ignorance and arrogance. That's what's taking place with them. So you see a lot of that coming out under the comments. Doc, right now, I'm saying it straight, you know. I ain't feel there's any necessity for you to go back there. There's none. There is not a single politician in the history of Grenada, inclusive of the father of independence, that has a political record as shining as yours. Back-to-back clean nil victories, another clean nil victory, and what a lot of people forget, a 14-1 victory as General Secretary of the party. Yeah? None that has a political record, and there's nothing that they can do. There is nothing that they can say that will ever take that away from him. Nothing. And that's what has burned some of them. Because some of them, I feel the emotion that does feel is how they feel the night when they get the 15-0. Like how they went and they sit down home and cry. I feel that's what's going on with some of them. So it has burned them. They going home and, you understand? So they want to attack. They vex. They're lashing out in frustration and anger. So when we're speaking about issues and when Dr. Mitchell is speaking about issues, if you listen to what Dr. Mitchell said last year during the budget presentation, Dr. Mitchell tell them every single thing that happened to them. Dr. Mitchell told them that in last year's budget presentation. Every single thing that happened to them. Not one thing and he was right on this and he was wrong on that. You know, everything he tell them, everything he warned them on has happened. Yet still, instead of trying to listen to what he has to say, instead of trying to critically appreciate the intellect with which he speaks, instead of trying to understand the concepts that he's putting forward. Instead of that, you have these ignorant cowards under there posting all sorts of nonsense. And the entity that has invited you there is like somebody invite you into the house, and as soon as you come into the house, somebody else in the veranda and they cussing you. Oh, come out from there, you's a nastiness. You dirty foot, get out, come out from there. And the person who invited you there ain't telling the person that in the veranda that cussing you, hey, you can't do that. I invited this person here. You cannot disrespect them. That's wrong. That is wrong. Whether it's an NDC minister there go and it happen, or whether it is a member of the NNP that goes there and it happen, it is wrong. Yeah? And that is one of the main reasons I tend to watch some of these things for the content, but I mute the chat. I'm not interested in seeing what some of these people have nothing to educate, uplift, or add to a discussion. Nothing. And you can tell that the vast majority of these people, the vast majority of them, these so-called supporters, because some of them ain't really full supporters of the NDC, you know, but they just shame. They balling with their mouth closed. Many of these people that you see purporting that they are members of the NDC and blah, 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 and Dr. Mitchell can't come back. They are trying to calm themselves into actually believing that. When you hear they talking about NNP can't come back and this and that, they are trying to convince their own selves. That's why they're repeating it and they're putting it out there. They're trying to convince themselves and to convince others because they don't believe it for themselves. But as a comment, somebody talking about the fiscal situation in the country, they're talking about the financial bills that were brought, and they're talking about different aspects of it that are going to affect not just you, they're going to affect your children and your grandchildren and your grandchildren. There are going to be effects to the economy and direct effects to you. If you're a business person, it's going to affect you. If you're a consumer, which everybody on Grenada is, it's going to affect you. Unless you're a Rasta man up in the hills, you don't deal with Babylon and all you just do is drink spring water and eat fruits and so on. You don't come out from up there. Everybody else is consumers. So tell me, If somebody's discussing issues that affect you, why are you not listening and trying to understand? And if you don't like somebody and you don't like what they're saying and you can't stand them, then why are you doing there? Somehow you like some people that come out of a bad relationship and all you still interfering with the man or the woman. All you still going by the house. If you don't like them, what you doing there? If you can't stand them and you don't like them and you have so much hate for them, what you doing there? And you know the thing, they're so stupid to feel that Dr. Mitchell actually seeing these comments. They're so, and I wouldn't repeat them here, but they're so dunce to actually believe that he's seeing the comments. They're so dunce to believe that he's actually going to sit and read these comments. Dr. Mitchell might be reading a book on some economics or some kind of thing, or might even be revising something from chemistry, because he does have a degree in chemistry as well, probably updating himself in relation to that or something. But this kind of nonsense, come on, man. It is time that these media entities that invite people onto their programs and are saying this tut mun bagay, not just GBN, tut mun bagay, or tut mun, right? I'm saying this to all of them. If you're going to be inviting people, you have a responsibility to ensure, one, if a caller is calling, they disagree with a point that's made, and they make a counterpoint effectively and respectfully, that's one thing. But you can't have a man like Dr. Mitchell there. I personally went to Bosnia-Herzegovina many years ago. Bosnia-Herzegovina, if anybody knows where that is, right at the bottom of Russia, part of what used to be Yugoslavia. And so, right, I went there years upon years ago. When I got there, one of the first questions one of these people from Slovenia also asked me is, how is Dr. Mitchell, you know? Because even there, in the Caucasus states, or whatever they call over there, they know Dr. the Right Honorable Keith Mitchell from the little island of Grenada in the Caribbean. The first question, the president of Slovenia, how is Dr. Mitchell doing? So we allowing all kind of people here who have made no contribution to national development, none, to just disrespect people. Watch. I think the days were going to them. Folks, I know you were calling. Call now. Yeah, go answer the phone line now. Call. All of you are calling. Call now. 440-7377. Call now. Yeah, but I had to say it, because I find it getting too out of hand right now, and there seems to be no effort at all, none, to control it. It's like some people are enjoying this sort of nonsense. Yeah? Some people are enjoying it. We don't want to say attacking the stations. Take it as you like it. As speaking facts. It seems as though some people who have the ability to control it, liking it. I see a lot of you attacking the hosts. I'm not attacking the host, whichever host on whichever programs, you know, because I know how it is in a studio. So I'm not attacking the hosts. Yeah? In this studio, I'm the boss. In their studio, they walk in. They have people they have to answer to. So if I decide I'm cutting off somebody here, nobody can call me and tell me, you can't cut off that person. No, I cut them off. Nobody can call and tell me nothing. I might take suggestions from people, as I always do. But these hosts are working for people. It's the entity that have a problem. We have a call online. Good night. Hello, we have a call online. Hello. Okay, lost that one. Yeah, caller. Oh, no. Oh, dear, I just realized what I did. Caller, call back. I just realized what I did. I sent up the overseas line. Yeah. Yes, we have a call online. Good night.
Hello, good night.
Good night, my dear.
Good night.
Good night, good night.
GBN, that is GBN habit. And yes, no. And when you, and they only accept special people call. They don't, if it's, as if they don't know, they accept special people call on that radio station.
Well, I'm telling you, even the calls, from what I remember with how GBN operates, those calls are sent from another location to the studio, eh? So it's like the phone isn't answered in the studio and they say, well, caller, hold on. It's answered outside and then sent to the host inside there. Because I see a lot of people blaming the host. And if the system still operates as it does, because if it's the host is one thing, they could move the host and put a next one, but it's not the host. There is a structural problem within the organization. And it seems that they enjoy having NNP people come there and just disrespecting them. Yeah, the only one missing today was the waste of time one day, Jude, whatever his name is. That's the only one that was missing today. But the line of clown squall as usual. Yeah, the whole clown lineup here, that's why it's a circus.
Only three persons called Letake and all was NDC. All right, thank you.
All right, my dear. All right, we have another call online. Good night. Hello. Hi, caller, you're live. Go right ahead.
Good night, Sheldon. How are you?
Yeah, I'm quite fine.
Great. Now, regarding database, right? Now, if you data is something it comes from a computer, okay?
I'm trying to understand what you're talking about.
Hello?
Yeah, I'm trying to understand what you're talking about.
Okay, last week, a minister was speaking. Oh, there's a data information and this, that, and that. Okay?
Yeah, well, you had to start from that point because we wouldn't know what you're talking about if you just come and you say that. Eh? So you had to start from that point. So last week, what happened and where you're going? Yeah.
Simply, you take a pen and you write it on a paper. So it's basically that what you enter into the computer, that is what shows up there front. Right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I mean, simple psychology, okay? Now, if you're speaking on that logic, okay, I could be subject to correction here. What was said and what's on the ground is two different things. Even what's on the data, you should know, is like, does what you're about to say, does it really confirms is what's on the ground? You understand what I'm saying?
Oh, you're speaking in reference to the assumption that there was a 28% unemployment rate during the period of the NNP?
Those things, when we look on
laughable.
Actually, my thing is anything across the board, right? When we about to make a comment on certain things, we should cross-check it, that I'm about to see this, and what I'm about to say, would it confirm or it make me look as a fool? Mm-hmm. Yeah?
Mm-hmm.
It is very disappointing because when you go out and you see what you see on the ground, and what you're hearing is negatives and positive. See, it's like, really? It is insulting situation for you who see in this thing, because let's confirm it and make it, what is its truth.
Yeah, because if okay.
There are times. I mean, I don't. The thing is that I like people take. I mean, a person or 2 or 3 people is making a statement and making you believe completely what. I mean, it's just false. It's hard to accept this thing. Why you are not trying to say the truth to the people of the nation? Why you have to? I mean, make those kind of statements?
My brother, there is a thing called political expediency for some people. It is politically expedient for them to make that claim at this point in time. They wanted to hype up a lot of people to come out to tonight's activity. They wanted to hype up people to come even to the budget and so on, and to say, yes, they've done a lot. Look, they've been able to drop the unemployment rate from that to that and all sorts of nonsense. Come on, it's clear what they're attempting to do.
Yeah, but the thing is that is still a failure to accept it, because when you go out and what we've seen, what you're hearing, it is not the fact.
Mm-hmm.
That is my concern. Do not mislead people, because the truth will come out.
But
if you're trying to attract somebody to the show which is tonight, do something which is more exciting to bring on the people. These things of that nature doesn't make any sense.
Brother,
it reaches no way.
Stop the advice.
You no way. I mean, if I'm wrong, correct me. I'm listening to you.
As I say, I stop give advice. I don't give any advice to them again. Let them go ahead and put out the information. Let them go ahead. Let them go ahead, man. Wait, you expect me to say no? No, let them go ahead.
What I just really feel it for, Sheldon, my thing is this. I feel it for the average people on the street who will take that. Some of them and carry on with it. That is my concern. Who want to say so, but misleading aspect of it. Not because at the end of the day, I am not superior than you, and you're not superior than we are human beings, but we should work together. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That is how I see it. We are all equal in the sight of God. Let's be honest.
All right, my brother.
Money or whatever you have don't make you bigger than the next man. So that is how I see it. Yeah, let me respect each other, and if you want to go forward, let's go forward. Let's go forward with honesty, and you shall prosper. All right. Have a blessed night.
All right. Thank you so very much.
Bye.
4407377. That's the number for you to call and get on to the inside. No, some people not interested in truth. They're interested in fame. Yeah? If they're interested in truth, then they would not be saying some of the things they're saying. They're interested in fame. Hello.
Hey, good night, Brother Sheldon.
Good night. Yes, go right ahead. I'm fine. You go right ahead.
Yeah, Brother Sheldon, yes. Breakfast started coming. Calling people, everyone that's passing down, please stop and get a lovely breakfast by Gerald Shop from the St. George in Northwest Fundraising Committee. Sheldon?
Mm-hmm.
Hello?
Yes, I'm listening.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
from the St. George Northwest Fundraising Committee. Breakfast that we don't want you to buy the breakfast and go. We want to buy it, stay there, and eat it. Because we know when you stay there and eat it, you will purchase the next breakfast. Alright? And Brother Sheldon, I was listening GBN program this morning to the point. And, hello?
Go ahead, brother.
Yeah,
We're hearing you. Your problem is you're listening in the...
account.
Hold on. Your problem is you're trying to listen to yourself in the background. You're going to run in problems, and you know better than that.
Okay,
you know better than that.
Yeah,
all right, go ahead.
But the committee give a good account of himself to the point this morning, right? Where you're outlining the achievement under while he was a Minister of Works and Infrastructure in the first NMP election, where we have and Honor Gary Boone, who was the manager of Grenada at the time. And when we check on the record what was going on in the country, with water and electricity, you are speaking about the transformation where they transform the rural area with water, electricity, and the telecommunication. Again, you are speaking about that. And the stewardship under him when he was Prime Minister of the transformation. And you are speaking also about what is going on in the country. Presently, where the government at the time, what they are doing, especially to the poor class of people of the country, that need government to reach out and to help them and to make life better. But they're making their life more miserable. And the government was, the Prime Minister, was outlining about what is going on in the country and what the government need to do and what they should not be doing. And when come for the calling period, some people call, all I want to see the commission line. Everything that the commission was saying, Brother Sheldon, we the Grenadian people know is facts. We know it is true, it is happening. Right? While you have the same people calling, they have a government, especially led by the Prime Minister, lying to the people 24/7 is a sit a lie. Everybody lying up. Even trying to outshine one another to who could give the biggest lie and who will lie more, who will lie the most. Right? And they want to speak about that. You see, when you say something about Sheldon, you say the truth. They cannot defend what you're saying because they know what you are saying is the truth. What they're doing, instead of they listen to the message, take heed when they're attacking the messenger. They're attacking the messenger. But what they have to do, listen to the message, take heed, and ask the government to do better. Do better because we are all Grenadians. All Grenadians need to get piece of the pie. Not one set of people should get a piece of the pie. And the people who need it, mostly, the government turning their back on them. But I always say, long road for mile of good. There comes a time, this government will need the people of Great Competimatic. I'm calling upon the people right now. Take heed. Take heed and remember what this government is doing to you all, making your life more miserable. more miserable, and putting suffering upon the poor class of people who are systematic. But Sheldon, have a blessed night.
Thank you. And I see someone is asking a question there. Mr. Pool Singh, a public figure still has a private life. Believe me, Mr. Pool Singh, when I say there are members of the cabinet of Grenada right now that definitely would not like their private life to become public. It doesn't matter if you're a public person or a private person, you still have your private life. And if I come onto your program and the discussion today is we're discussing the economic situation in Grenada, and that is what we're speaking about. Why should the entity that has invited the guest on the show allow people to just come and say any nasty thing to them? That is not censorship. It's something called decency. And if you don't understand that, then you don't know what is decency. There is a thing called common courtesy. And there's decency. And not because you're a public figure, anybody must feel they could say anything about you anytime and get away with it. That is why we have courts in this country. That is why we have civil litigation. And that is why right now, there are people owing hundreds of thousands of dollars through the court, through that same civil litigation, in relation to saying things about people they did not know. And you see, we have gotten so accustomed and we've gotten so used to this sort of thing. It has become part of our society now that you just say anything about somebody. And then this nonsense about, I don't call their name. Somebody will learn the hard way very soon. About, oh, I didn't call him by his name. Only better read the law. I didn't call her by she name. I didn't call him by his name. And that sort of thing. And when they get caught up in all that nonsense, they lose the essence of the argument that you're trying to have with them. Because they get caught up in the nonsense. Again, let me repeat. There are people sitting in cabinet right now. And all of them know for a fact they would not like certain aspects of their private life being discussed out there. They wouldn't like it. So outside of that, the gentleman has to be respected. He has to be respected. If he has said something and somebody does not agree with it, and they have a counter argument to what he has said, then I think they should feel free to come with their counter argument and say, Dr. Mitchell, I don't agree with you. And this is the reason I don't agree with you, and so on, and point to a fact. Instead of pointing to a fact, some of them, they have no intellect, just total dunce. I'm saying it as it is, total dunce. Get them a dunce cap, send them to dunce graduation. They're just dunce. They cannot discuss the issue at hand, so they have to discuss the person who is speaking at hand. And people who are invited should not be put through that sort of nonsense. As I said before, it's like you invite somebody to your house, and a neighbor or somebody come in the veranda and start to cuss the person who come in your house, and you wouldn't even tell the neighbor, hey, come out my veranda, go in your place. If you want to cuss from your place, but you can't come in my place and try that, get out. This is a guest in my place. Instead of that, like you tell the neighbor who cussing in the veranda, come inside the living room. Look, he sit down there. Come and cuss inside the living room. If you don't understand that, then you don't know what decency is, and it says a lot about you as an individual. 44073. No, I just had to answer that one. 440, and I will not be answering any of the others. If any of you want to come on there. If you don't like the program, there's an easy way to not listen. Yeah? But if you don't have the intellect to discuss an issue properly, avoid. Yeah? Nice. 440-7377, 347-329-3101. Those are the numbers for you to call and get on to the inside of tonight's program. Yeah? We have a call online. Good night.
Shalom, good night, man. How you do?
Hey, I'm quite fine, brother.
Man, I was listening to that program today, and the the doc handled himself very well.
Of course.
But I listened
But it was
to a
unnecessary.
man called I wouldn't call his name. I remember the NDC make the man set of money when he had by the old police, the old CID bag. The
Not
NDC
CID,
make
not
that man
hold on.
so much of trouble.
Let's
That man almost cried.
caller, listen, it was not the CID barracks. The facility you were talking about was in the tailor shop. The old
tailor shop.
tailor shop. Yeah.
The tailor shop. That man almost cried. NDC run them out on that man.
I saw my
They
uniform
say so much a nasty thing about that man, and that man had the courtesy and had the decorum to call that man to the former prime minister today and making some bad remarks.
All I would
Tell
say,
that man go and put himself. That man should shame.
no, but what I would say is this, caller. I would say if Dr. Mitchell made a point and he wants to counter the point, you call and you counter the point. But
Yeah,
you want to call and take up 4 or 5 minutes on a program just basically talking nonsense. If you want to counter, if he has said something and you find, well, no, I believe something else, I don't believe what he said, or you think he has said something and you believe it's not factual and you want to call and counter it, well, feel free. But
Well,
to go on that angle that they went
that
on.
man spoke to me personally and he tell me how nasty and this he was. I used to speak to that man personally and I listen to that man and he run him out on NDC have him down to the wire, down up to his throat. He could not have get his money. That man, watch. That man, that's the worst thing again. Plus, I listening to some people today. With that launching of I have no problem about launching of the 50th anniversary of the independence. Let me make it absolutely clear.
We Grenadians?
But you have poor people on the street. You're gonna spend all this amount of money to pay to launch this thing and people can get food to it. I heard a woman say up till now she haven't get salary for a long time. Pay these people government. But are you going to launch to go and pay to have a big party and big fete for what? For what? I have no problem with the launching on the 50th anniversary. I have no problem with that.
My brother.
But the prime minister have no decorum for himself. He don't like poor people. That man lying. He don't like poor people. He don't like poor people. And I don't know, I cannot understand how people could stand up to listen to NDC. I cannot listen to them. They are a waste of time. Every one of them. And only lying, 28% unemployment. Lies. Only lies.
Even the 2021 figures were lower than 28%, was at
Tell
16
me.
point something.
Only lies.
My goodness.
Only lies these people and them doing. And they're embarrassing their own self. Let them feel they're embarrassing Dr. Mitchell. They don't embarrassing Dr. Mitchell. They're embarrassing their own self. Time will tell NDC. I know the finger will cry. The finger will speak. The finger will speak. Just hold all your end. The finger, Grenadians, get up and get. A lot of all you out there balling. Speak. All you balling with all your throat, down in all your throat. Speak. Let the world know that all you see in trouble. A lot of all you. Because I hear in all you. Even supporter of who support and vote for the NDC, I hear in all you. Speak. People afraid of this prime minister because when they go do them, they want to go in this, but they're afraid what this prime minister. Watch. I seen NDC supporters during the period working in the public worker service, and they're going to campaign behind NDC. Keith Mitchell never done them anything.
Some of them
and
used to have on. They have on their wristband. They have on their wristband and they're turning it inside out.
Yes. I will shock me. I will shock me. Let me see what they want to do me. If they're lucky out of it now. They're lucky.
My brother, thank you. Some of them used to wear the wristband and turn it inside out. Where you go do? That is their rights as far as you're concerned. Yeah, the public service has different rules, but here we do. 440-7377. That's 7377. That's the number for you to call and get onto the inside of tonight's program. Yeah, that is one of the numbers that you could call to get on tonight's program. And we have a call online. Good night.
Hey, good night, Sheldon.
Hey, good night, bro.
Hey, Sheldon.
Yes, sir.
I was listening. I was on the live today listening when Dr. Mitchell was speaking.
Mm-hmm.
And somebody called from Caracou, came on the live from Caracou, and they were telling the people on the live, come off the live, come off the live. This man is misleading, come off the live. Because they were surprised that there were so much people on the live, whether some of them was not for Dr. Mitchell, but they was on the live. That means they were participating, they were listening. And he came on the live, telling the people to come off the live. This man is deceitful. I'm minister. And Sheldon, when I speaking, some people just tell me,
We're talking about it, Tevin?
Yes.
Okay, yeah, all right.
Came on the live.
Yeah, but he's a waste of time. No study. Intellectually deficient.
And he sung so petty, so childish, telling the people, come off the live because the man is deceiving people. Sometimes it makes me wonder, and they say campaign done. When we speaking, they say, oh, we campaigning still. But these people, when they come and get on in that with such behavior, what are they doing? They're forgetting that they are their time now is to govern. They're still behaving like if they're campaigning. And disrespect, Sheldon. The disrespect I see they're showing to Dr. Mitchell, even in the parliament, when you see this little boy lean back and put his head back and laughing, you know, he don't look back at the tapes to see himself laughing at somebody who has so much years of experience in the parliament and explaining certain things in the parliament to the people, and you coming now and laughing. This thing, children, to me is like children melee, you know? These guys are behaving like children melee. You know, and people, I had a friend in New York who called me and tell me what they observed. They said, what happened to Grenada Parliament? What is little boy who first time just get a blind in the Parliament, getting on in such a behavior, like if he's some big experienced politician?
You want me to tell you something, caller? When George Bush Jr., the one who had the Iraq War and all those things, when he was leaving office, there was an interview that was being done by, I believe it's CNN. And they asked him a question towards the end of the interview. They said, what does he think about all the people who hate him now and don't like him and that kind of thing? You know what his response was? Me and studying them. Basically, his response was, me and studying them. History will prove me correct, because at the end of the day, they will find out that all I did, agree or not agree, kept them safe. Yeah? So you see, all these people who saying all kind of thing about Dr. Mitchell right now, all these people who are attacking and so on right now, who want to sit down in parliament, sit down and laugh. 100 years from now, 200 years from now, when all of us, our bones are already dust in the earth, the name Dr. the Right Honorable Keith Mitchell will still be called. It will still be registered in the history of Grenada, in the same way you still speak about Julien Fedon, in the same way you speak about Henri Christophe, in the way that you speak about all these people who have gone to the great beyond. They ain't even bones again. It's dust that day right now. In 100 years, in 150, in 200 years, Dr. Mitchell's name will call. All of them who sit down in parliament throwing word fame right now, they may just be a footnote on a page, but you will have sections of the history of Grenada written about the achievements of Dr. the Right Honorable Keith Claudius Mitchell. And I don't think they're realizing that.
And Sheldon, something I have to say to our people, NNP people, open your mouth, speak. Get this fear away, speak, because it will be amazing when you speak. You will see great change. You will bring about a change where you will find other people speaking. Speak. Stop just listening and groaning. This is time to speak. Say what you don't like. Some of y'all take the abuse with the housing thing and said nothing. Just they groaning. You have to speak up. You cannot make these people feel that they have you or have us in some kind of prison. No, we're not in their prison. It's time for us to speak. We are liberated people, and they cannot take that away from us. So we must speak. Speak. When you see wrong thing, say, this is wrong. Don't afraid to speak. Thank you, Sheldon.
All right, my brother. 440-7377. That's 440-7377. Good night to you, Cammy. Good night to you. All Cammy have cornmeal flour down there, and I could tell all the thing working good. And all better go and get before she run out. Right? So she have cornmeal flour. Check out Miss Cammy. And she have asham down there too. All right? So she have asham, she have cornmeal flour. You know, tomorrow is All Saints and thing. Right, and you know, asham is a traditional part of the thing. So you could get your asham. And then, for those of you that have come in for the All Saints and come in right now, for when you're going back, you could also make sure and get your asham and you get asham and your cornmeal flour and thing to go back with. Check Cammy out. Get your cornmeal flour.
Scott, good night. Good night, Sharon Scott. And good night to the Grenadian people, lovely people in Grenada, Caracon City, Matthew. Patty, good night. And Matthew, good night. Mr. Watts and his wife, good night.
Like I tell you.
You is so right. I didn't decide to call tonight, but you're so right, Sheldon, that Dr. Mitchell's name will be there. After a lot of us bones turn dust.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, you is so right. And a lot of us in Grenada is very disrespectful. Very disrespectful. They have no respect. That's the reason why some of them children, their own children, just give them a hard time in the house. You understand? Mr. Paris, start call and get on with this nonsense. You have to leave these people. I know when you vomit, it's very hard to eat back your own vomit. It's very hard to eat your own vomit, and eat back his vomit. The bad mind. After Dr. Mitchell spoke this morning, I sit in my shop, and I was speaking to a customer, and I turned and I said, Mr. Scott, I turned and I said, 10, 20, 30 years one day, Dr. Mitchell going to have to go. I said, he must go. You have two ladies. I don't talking to her, you know. Guys to tell you, I'm just sorry for a lot of people in Grenada. And I don't want them sorry for me if I end up with third foot. One hand, I don't want to sorry for me. The woman just picked me up, Sheldon. She tell me I'm rotting alive. And she's a mother, eh?
Nice thing to tell people.
She's a mother. I'm rotting alive. You understand? That is to tell you how disrespectful they is in this country. But that can break me. That ain't bother me. I never hide my foot. I never hide that. Yeah, people hide their own. But I'm sorry for her. And she passed back the evening now. She conscience start to beat her and telling me she love me. That is the same lady I call her. I said, Sheldon, look at the woman. She love me. Please, they have no respect. Dr. Mitchell is a boss. Keith Claudius Mitchell is a boss in Grenada. You understand? He did what he had to do. So I'm not worried about who calling him, and I have no respect and disrespecting him. They don't have what you have in your head. The man explaining to the people the behavior in Parliament. I used to go in Parliament since a very time, and I never see that kind of behavior. And The speaker is a very disrespectful man. And he say he's Adventist. They say they know God. He say he's Adventist. They're very disrespectful. My name is Camille Teresa Scott. Or you could do whatever you want with me. I'm not afraid of none of y'all. I'm not afraid of none of y'all. I just want the Prime Minister pass. One day he must pass. And the rest of the ministers, what I have to say, I will tell them. How bad mine is. All of them come from poor families. Poor family, they didn't born with riches. All of them, there is somebody in Grenada when they used to go to school that stretch on for them. All the bad mind and all they go see a lot of trouble. It's just time. Tell them, don't worry. Don't worry about them.
I don't worry, my dear.
Ask God for long life. Long life, health, and strength. And give you a good eyesight. You're going to see what's going to go on with these people. You're going to see what's going on. You have a lot of Grenadians that come from New York. They're in Grenada now. They come down to Light Candle. I meet a lot of them. And they asking me tonight why I don't have Deacon Mitchell picture. I don't want him on me though. I just take me Randy. I don't want him on me window. I just paid me Randy. I don't want him on me window. I don't like these people. The reason why I don't like them, the treatment. You don't treat people like that. That is the reason I don't like them. They're not nice to people. Because we go there and leave all the money we have. We go there and leave all the land. We go there and leave everything.
Thus.
You got to treat people right. You got to treat people right, Mr. Scott. Have a good night.
All right, thank you.
I love you, darling.
Cammy, before you go, folks are asking what's the price of the corn flour and what's the price of the asham?
$6.
How much?
$6.
$6.
Granny corn, $6. And the asham is $5. And I have $2 bag. Come and support me.
All right.
Come and support us. Come. NNP, NDC, they right. Come and support me. Yes. Have
right,
a good
Cammy.
night, Grenada.
All right. Yes, indeed. 440-7377. We've got a call online. Good night. Hello. Hello.
Hello, good night.
Hi, good night, caller. You're live. Go right ahead.
I do apologize for that.
Mm-hmm.
Right. I just want to agree with Cammy in a way that... Hello?
No, we're listening you, Just don't pay attention to the radio in the background. Go ahead.
All right.
Mm-hmm.
I just want to acknowledge what Cammy is saying in regards to a lot of... most Grenadians, if you didn't... if you weren't a master on the plantation and you weren't the children of the master, then you would have been poor. Most of them would have been poor and without electricity and water, bathroom and toilets and all these kinds of things on them. And it's quite sad and unfortunate that we have to sit and listen to all fellow Grenadians. There is bamboo busting in the background. Sorry for that.
That is not mine. That's the time of year.
Yes. It's unfortunate that we have to sit and listen to our fellow Grenadians, abroad and local, speaking about Grenadians not being poor and vulnerable. I personally don't like the word poor, but I have to use it because there are poor people and there are vulnerable people in Grenada. And we have so many situations. Can you imagine from since the election, every week, every day, there has been an issue in regards to the anti-poor and vulnerable situation in our country. And this is enough. This is enough. It's a year plus going, and I think it's enough to understand that the National Democratic Congress don't like they don't like people. I'm not going to say they don't like the poor, the vulnerable. They don't like people. They like to help themselves. Themselves are the people who born poor end up there and feel that there is nobody like how they were before. Now, one of the situations that I'm very, very upset about is the housing situation. And you hear callers calling in and talk about, based on what has happened in the past, about people not paying, then the government has to do what they have to do. So let me ask you a question. You're punishing the people? You're punishing people for not, I mean, come on. This is something that will always happen. You will find people that wouldn't pay. You'll find people that want to pay. You'll find people that have good credit. You'll find people that have bad credit. But do they stop crediting? Do they stop doing what they're doing because of the fact that somebody wasn't able to pay or somebody did not pay? This housing program will put NBC on the map for being the worst government ever. They are the worst government ever. And let me tell you, they are going to attack. They start questioning the warden. They have started to question whether the wardens are valid or not. So the implementation of the street light.
Hello, my friend.
With all the notification.
Hold on, Stick on that point before you go on to the street lights part of things. Let me tell you this. The Attorney General of Grenada, the Attorney General of Grenada, Claudette Joseph, I don't know if the case is still active or if she has now dropped the case that she had against the government of Grenada. Because she's the Attorney General, so she'd have to defend a case against her own self. So I don't know if the case is still active. But remember, she was challenging the validity of the people who are now traffic wardens. But now if that case has to be defended, she's the Attorney General. So she's the chief legal person representing government.
So you see, hence the contradiction. And hence
but she's the Minister of Legal Affairs.
Sorry.
Go ahead. Yeah. No, you go ahead, yeah.
No. So I'm saying to you that at the end of the day, because remember the street lights have the cameras. So definitely that the wardens would not be needed or so it seems. But the wardens are a bit insecure in regards to their jobs at the moment. No. I want everybody to understand that they're going to get rid of every single person that the new National Party would have employed. They have started since they came into power, and there are persons who are still employed from under the new National Party. They're going to get rid of. So I want to ask Grenadians this question. You decide to sit down and watch what this National Democratic Congress is doing to our country in regards to the economic status, the employment status, the situation with every single thing, the housing, the 150 taken away from the elderly. So we just decide to sit down and allow them to do that. We just decide to sit down and allow them to do what they're doing. People are hurting. The cost of living in Grenada shelter has skyrocketed to the point that people are struggling to buy breakfast. I was just pointing out today that, a large tin of milk is $14.50. Bread is $3.75 and cheese is $4. That's $20 already plus. And then you have lunch. And then you have dinner. And you have the government taking out tax on condom. They take out the tax. We could eat condom. Can we eat condom? We could eat, they take out the tax on the oil and they take out the tax on, these things are irrelevant. You have, and then they add the tax on sugar, where a mother could give the child a cup of sweet water to go to school. But I don't want to be too long. So all I'm saying is that we as Grenadians sit down
and listen. And I mean, prior to that, before LNP do it, the LNP scratch the toe, they in the street demonstrating. And we sitting down here in Grenada, going through all this duress, and we're not doing nothing about it. Because I guess we're happy with what's going on. We're happy with what's happening. Nothing in Grenada is happening at the moment. No capital project, no creation of employment. They take away the housing from you. They take away the 150 from you. I mean, so much things happening and we're not doing anything about it. Anyway, have yourself a pleasant night, Sheila.
All right, my dear. Let me say a special good night to my good friend BJ. Good night to you, bro. Hope you're having a wonderful night tonight. 440-7377. That's 440-7377. I think we have a caller on the WhatsApp. Let me just make sure I get the WhatsApp line. Yeah, this is the WhatsApp. Right, I think I got the correct one. Come on. Yeah, right. Hello, good night. Hello.
Hi, Sheldon, what's up?
Hey, I'm quite fine. You're live. Go right ahead.
Well, Sheldon, I've been listening to everybody, yeah? I'm listening with the good points and all the views that they saw today, including with when Dr. Mitchell was on the live, and for Tevin to come and say what he had to say and other people to come and say bad things on that live, that was not nice. But what I can say, Shell, is that for people to behave like that means they're afraid of something.
Well, if you're an MP and you're so strong and you win your seat and you're so happy, why Tevin not to be coming on that to tell people don't go there? If you're so strong and you're so safe and you ain't worried about anything, then why do you have to go as low as maybe somebody using the account, man? Maybe not he. Maybe you have somebody that running the account and that person maybe do that, man. I ain't feel easy, man. I ain't feel easy, man. Not to be somebody that using the account.
Some foreigner that rob your account and do that, maybe he should. But
yeah, man. No,
I mean, when facts and truth coming out, all right, if you know you're not guilty of anything, you will not even come up on the live and ever say anything. You'll just listen, all right? But for you to come and say, "Oh, hey, come off the live, don't listen, don't this, don't that," that means something is wrong there. That means you're hiding something. You're guilty of something, all right? But I sitting down and I listening to facts and I seeing certain things that's going on in the country. Tell the honest truth. You know, really and truly, slowly the country is actually deteriorating. And they don't even realize that the country is deteriorating. All they're studying about is their self. Because I'm not vexed about they having the big event on the carnage today. I'm not.
Nothing is wrong with that. No, have it.
All right, nothing is wrong with that. All right. But I listened to the gentleman tonight, the way he talk about, you know, the money they spend on that, the things they do. Why they don't help out some poor people? All right? But for one thing, I realize that these days now, when you're going and take a bus, Sheldon, you know, back then you could have just hopped in a bus and a bus quick to go.
Mm-hmm.
These days now, you're going in the bus, you have to spend minutes and minutes, half an hour because our bus will not full because people can't even take the bus anymore. People are to walk. Sometimes you go on the terminal there, you don't even see a bus. Because some of them busmen say happen things hard, boy, gas tight, parts getting more expensive, this time that they can't run. Look at people, you go in the shop now, you hardly see anything in the shop. People can't even buy things to store in the shop. Breakfast and lunch getting hard. Right now, I don't believe that this new party that came there and I don't really feel that they're interested in anything that we have to do. They're just thinking about themselves. They're making sure that whoever pocket had to get grease. Because those people who come in and want to read them out and say certain things about this party and that party, hello, I don't want to hear that, Mr. Man. All you win, all your battle. The next party lose. Somebody is saying something. You just want to come and bring down the whole country for what? Your pocket getting grease. Because why? The NDC helping you out.
Let me ask you a question. The the event taking place today, several aspects of it had to be paid for. Certain things had to be designed, certain things had to be gotten, and so on. And what I would like to know is if there is a very senior person within the NDC as a political organization and the government that has a company that has earned tens of thousands of dollars, if not more, from preparations and various aspects of today's activity. That's what I want. I'm asking a question. I want to know. People always saying follow the money. I want to follow the money. Yeah?
Dead honest, you children. The persons, I shouldn't say persons. Maybe it could be just one person that maybe get a pocket real full.
Person or persons?
Yeah, because for the big fireworks they had, because I stay home and I listen this loud bang, bang, bang. And when I do check it out, I see fireworks. I say, what? They had it nice, boy. Then they'll hook up all these lights to do the stage, to paint up, to this, to that. It ain't cheap. You understand?
Mm-hmm.
Right now, when you go and buy paint right now,
no, I mean,
if I wanted, when did I buy paint right, like last year, I could have buy paint. Right now, I can't buy paint.
No, but let me make this clear. As Grenada, if we're doing something, we must do a quality product, especially if we're celebrating our 50th anniversary of independence. But doing a quality product must not be the excuse to fill the pockets of your friends and relatives. Yeah, there are other companies in Grenada that also offer services and that can do a good job. So I'm saying, I'm saying it is important that these other companies be afforded an opportunity as well, and it not end up being that out of the how much million that has been put aside by the government for the independence celebrations, that you find several million finding itself into the pockets of people who right at the side of the prime minister or walking right behind him or, you know, in the same room with him. That's all I have to say on that for now. Yeah.
Well, I can tell you the honest truth is that really and truly, not a lot of people that get in that opportunity. Okay? Not a lot of people. Because, take for instance, the cemetery. They know every time they're always cleaning the cemetery for all sins and things to happen.
Mm-hmm.
Could you believe I only see a guy with 3 ladies cleaning the top in the small portion facing PVC. And down in the bottom, I seen some fellas come with a guy in a suit, and I watch it properly. Some prisoners. So where the rest of people that maybe want a little bread and butter to eat, you know, with them, nobody in business about them?
In my personal belief, brother, I think we need to get to the stage where prisoners are made to clean all the cemeteries, all the public cemeteries around Grenada on a monthly basis. I do not think it is respectful to our deceased to continually have a situation where unless a funeral is going to take place or unless it's this time of year that we go and clean up the graveyard. I think that on a you see graveyards in other countries, cemeteries and the two are different things. You see cemeteries and graveyards in other countries and they are well maintained. And I think we need to get to that stage here. In fact, for instance, instead of you charge a busman X amount of money, he can't pay it because, especially in the economic situation now, some of them, they may want to pay, you know, but they can't. Instead of taking him up and put him up in Richmond Hill Prison and say, well, we're leaving you up there for 6 days or we're leaving you up there for a month or so, which put him further back financially, right? Instead of doing that, why you can't say to some of them, okay, well, in lieu of paying, we're going to make you do some public service and this is what you have to do. You're going and clean the graveyard or you're going and do this or you're going and do that. You know, alternative sentencing, instead of sending people up to Richmond Hill Prison for a traffic offense, basically, which in my mind makes no sense to be sending people up to Richmond Hill Prison for a traffic offense. Yeah, it's an alternative. Community service. Yeah, community service. And I know there have been magistrates that tried that before. Because in my view, it makes no sense to send the person up there. They could be outside, still plying the trade. And in the interim, they have a point in time that they have to be here. You go in and clean up this cemetery or you go in and clean this area or whatever. And so, alternative sentencing. That's just my view in relation to it. Because when you take a man and you put him up there, He not running the bus so he can't make money. He bills still had to pay. He still had to pay what he had to pay the bank. He still have children he have to see about. He have a home he have to see about and so on. And he has no income coming in at that point in time. Alternative sentencing. Yeah? And I know they have,
But
as I said,
check it like that.
but as I said, I know there have been magistrates in the past that have been practicing that. And I think it's something that needs to be formalized and institutionalized, especially in relation to these sort of matters. Because, I mean, we said in a man, he wasn't wearing his seatbelt, he don't pay, or he pick up passengers off the stop and they go send him up in prison for that. Meanwhile, you have other people that do some serious crimes.
That don't make no sense
outside. I mean, come on, man. That make no sense to me. Yeah, brother.
Because, I mean, come on. You tell them, okay, you open, you break the offense. Well, here are going on. You have 100 hours of community service. You have 2 weeks of community service, and you must get it done. You'll have somebody that report to. If they implement that, everything will run back smooth. You understand?
Yeah.
Because I know for sure when that person do that thing, I know they don't want to go back to go and do that thing again. Because come on, it could be real hard for them. Understand? But to go and fill up the prison for just a stupid offense and a man losing his work and he can't get it back. Come on, man. Use all your discretion. And they always teach all of that. Use all your discretion, but they don't do that. Understand? And really and truly, how things going right now, NDC is not using the discretion. They're not doing that. Right now, all they're thinking about is, all right, I'm making myself look good. I'm making the people that vote for me look good. Those who I grease in their hand, I'm making them look good. But them others, it's all they got to stay down in the bottom of the barrel. You all they got to survive on all their own. That's what's going on. They're not checking on anybody else. Understand? Right now, if anybody right now come out and say something, what they will do? Oh, yes, boss, you go handle it. And tutus, you don't see in their face again. They disappear. But if they partner and them say, well, what you are going on there? I have a little thing in there. I need about $50 or $20,000. Boom, just like that. You understand? For somebody that come up with some simple thing that don't even cost much, you turn them down like immediately, or something that can help out the country. You don't even want them. You don't even want to hear what they say. Understand? And that is wrong. And that way they go wrong. That way they go wrong. They doesn't like to listen. They don't like to take advice. They don't even want to hear what the Grenadian people have to say. Understand? Grenada done whittling away. People losing work. People don't even getting work. They're about, since all they come, the employment rate has rise. Where you rise? Where you rise? You don't rise no way. The among the people I see only on the side of the road trying to sell this, or they ain't tongue and they're trying to get this, or they're trying to do this, or do a quick hustle, or they call up and say, what you give me 2 days. Trust me, it's real hard.
All right, caller. Thank you so very much for your call. All right,
enjoy the night, man.
All right, thank you. Yes, indeed, folks. 440-7377. And for those of you outside of Grenada who want to call, you can call. Well, those of you in North America, you can call 347-329-3101. That's 347-329-3101. You can give us a call on that number as well. All right. Yes, indeed. And folks, remember to check Cammy out. She has the asham. She has the cornmeal flour, the corn flour, as they say. Yes, she have that. She have the asham, and so give Cammy a check out and so. Right. Nice. And remember, tomorrow night, the New National Party, part of the New National Party parliamentary team, will be on tomorrow night. All right. So we're looking forward to joining that from Talking Points. We will be broadcasting that tomorrow night, the interaction and so. Right. And they'll be speaking about several issues. They'll be making several presentations on a variety of issues. Right. And we're also looking forward. We're waiting on the budget. We want to hear. I'm very interested in hearing the budget and so on. Very, very interested. Yeah. Because I hear certain men have audit department very busy in the Ministry of Finance. And I hear the name Sheldon Scott bouncing up and down the Ministry of Finance and the audit department. But when they're bouncing up my name, make sure you check for the name Andy Williams. You might know him. He sits in cabinet with you, Mr. Prime Minister. Yeah? make sure that when you go through audit department, that all you check in on that individual as well. And that when all you check in there, all you find out about the tax liabilities, if they are being settled and so on, if an attempt is being made to settle them. Also find out about VAT in relation to that individual and the company that they're associated with. Yeah. Because for all you to go and study to fix the road in Molyneux, for all you to study to sort out the issues of the poor and vulnerable people in this country, well, all you to believe it are poor and vulnerable. But for you all to try and sort out these issues, instead of that, you're trying to misuse the audit department for political reasons. But go right ahead, Mr. Prime Minister. There's a thing called mutually assured destruction. So you have to be very careful with that. We have a caller online. Hello? We have a caller. Yeah, hi caller, you're live.
Okay. My question is, do you all like Grenada? Do you all love Grenada? Do you all love yourself?
Who? No, when you're saying that, hold on. When you're saying that, no caller. When you're saying that, we want to clarify.
I'm asking you if
No, I'm asking you a question. You can't just call my. Listen, this is my program, not yours. Yeah? You can't just call my program and I'm trying to talk to you and you just want to talk over me. No. We're having a conversation. So, I'm asking you a question. When you say you, I want to know if the caller, and I've muted them, I want to know if they're referring to me as an individual, if they're referring to the listeners and the viewers of this program, or if they're speaking about the New National Party as an organization. I want to clarify that first.
Like that. Why you all do?
I think you have a problem that you probably need to find another program to go and discuss on. You wouldn't call this program and do that. No. We've got a caller online. Good night. Hello.
Sheldon.
Hi, good night.
Yes, that's my first calling.
All right, brother. Go right ahead.
Sheldon, boy, what I want to see, I work with the government. I retire. And they give me a letter stating, Sheldon, I will get $500 every month. Sheldon, and up to now, I don't get $1.
And that's how long now?
Well, I retire in August. The 19th of August gone. And up to now, I don't get $1. The audit, they send and call me and they tell me they thought I was working still. They tell me to go and check a tractor where they plowing some land to plant grass where I used to be working. That is transferred. Sheldon, and up to now, I don't get $1. And if they following up themselves and they looking, if they're doing their job, they will see that I retire and they send a letter for me. So the one that had was to call me and the job where I was working and tell me, go and see about, go and work with the tractor. There is real backwardness doing this. Because they're supposed to know that they give me a letter and me 60 years, okay? So they're supposed to know that. They don't supposed to call in and tell me. So I tell the lady, well, okay, well, I retire. If they want me to go back and work with the tractor, I don't have a problem with that. But make things right. I don't have a problem with working. But make things right. But Sheldon is real backwardness in the ministry of this.
Because I would say, caller, the thing is, if they know you were retiring, so they know to inform you before that you're retiring on that date, they would give you a documentation and so. There shouldn't be any reason that you're not receiving your payments. What have they told you is the reason that you haven't gotten your payments yet?
That's not real nonsense, real backwardness.
No, but have they...
I'm waiting still.
Go ahead.
We cannot breaking up to it.
No, okay, so I understand, but go ahead.
So I say I'm waiting still to see Mountain when I go to my account where I is and see they send anything for me again. Because I find that is nonsense.
But it ain't even supposed to be
because
Mountain.
I work over 20 years with the government.
Wow.
I work over 20 years with the government. And I find when somebody rejects 60 years, they should have everything in order. For them. Okay?
Yeah.
And I find it's real nonsense. And once I do get it, I will be calling your program and let you know what's going on.
Okay, brother. But I'll be in contact with you otherwise.
Eh?
I'll be in contact with you otherwise. Sometime during the day tomorrow, I'll give you a
I will
buzz.
always call your program and let you know what's going on.
Okay. Thank you so very much.
All right?
All right. Thank you.
You have a blessed night.
All right. Same to you, brother.
Keep on doing what you're doing.
All right.
You're doing a good job.
Thank you. Thank you.
All right, my brother.
All right. And let me say, the job I do is not just me. There are many people who would find information and say, well, Sheldon, look, and that different sort of thing. All right. So it's not just me. This program is not just about me, and it's not me and I Sheldon program and all kind of thing. I always tell you all the program is all your own. You know. Yeah. I tell the caller just now, I said, this is my program. Yeah. Because I controlling it at this point in time. Yeah. Because, I mean, listen. Let me ask a simple question, because I'm pretty sure that that caller is still listening. Do you think that there is any Palestinian, any part of the earth right now that is listening to Israeli TV? If you don't like somebody, if you can't stand somebody, if you can't take what somebody's saying, then what are you paying attention to them for? I sure any Palestinian that have access to television and so on, they're not watching Israeli TV. Yeah? Just understand that from the context where I'm saying it. Right? If we like Grenada. It is because we love Grenada that we speak with the passion that we speak and that we say the things we say. Because if we did not like Grenada, there are many things that we could have said that could have caused all kind of things to be going on in this country. But because we love Grenada is why we are taking the fight as serious as we are taking it and ensuring that the general public is aware of what is going on. What are we supposed to do? Say we love Grenada? Some all you ain't love Grenada. All you love Deacon Mitchell. Some all you ain't love Grenada. All you love NDC. And some all you is not about love, it's about hate. Is all you hate Dr. the Right Honorable Keith Mitchell, all you hate Emlyn Pierre, all you hate Peter David, all you hate this one, all you hate that one. All you has nothing about love with you all you hate. And all you don't care if all you have to go into the depths of hell and get the devil's own version of the Bible and come back up to do somebody, as long as all you go and get to the end of what all you want to get to. Yeah? But as I said, let me just answer this one. Yeah. But if we love Grenada, it's obvious. We don't like Grenada, we love it. Yeah? And that is why we say the things we say and we do the things we do. We have a call online.
Hey,
Go right ahead, yeah.
Yeah, I was sitting there, lying in my bed and I'm listening to the program. And I didn't want to call, but they pressed me to call to say, number one, I was trying to get JBN today, and I just could not get them. I just could not get them. No matter what I do, I don't know.
You couldn't have gotten the station itself?
Well, what I did to JBN, I subscribed to JBN and I press all. I subscribe and I press the bell. So anytime a program is supposed to come, every time a program comes, the news, anything, it automatically come on my phone.
Okay.
But not this morning. So I don't know if I maybe went on the live the last time when Dr. Modest was there and I started to bring up some issue, correct some issues.
No, I think
instead of the person bashing the person, because I see other people start bashing the minister, the MP, and I was dealing with the issues. So I don't know, because of that, they may block me maybe for this particular program. Right? Then number two, sometimes people will say, oh, you all in love Grenada. In what way we don't love Grenada? If we didn't love Grenada, man, in the first place, we would have been demonstrating, causing riot, causing this. Who love Grenada? I watch before the last election gone, Sheldon, when a certain police officer shot an individual. Man, demonstration. thing burning in the street, fridge, old stove, old tire, all kind of thing, was burning in the street of Guelph. Yeah, police was there and police could not have done nothing about it. Right? Big high-ranking inspectors and thing was there, and they could not have done anything about it. When I don't get the background of that whole thing, it was close to the June, and they wanted to jump up because who Calypsonian was there trying to organize with them big band them in the first far jump up. Yeah. Then when the police officer, when them police and they run in the boat with the two youth men from Guelph, big demonstration again, riot cause, and who was behind it? Who was behind it? So when people say, "Oh, you don't love Grenada," who don't love Grenada? We all love Grenada. Now let me ask the question. We're talking about 50 years of independence starting from tonight. Let me ask them. Did they, correct me if I'm wrong, did they invite Randy Isaac?
I would no, hold on. I would
we
not
don't know. As I say,
wouldn't
we
know
don't
the answer
know.
to that, yeah.
We don't know. And these guys have so many good songs, what portraying promoting our country, our heritage and everything like that. Right? And then you would say, look at 50 years. Let us put it from a holistic point of view. Did you contact the opposition to be part of the 50 years? Put all opposition aside. Now, when NNP was in office and independence come around, who was number one? Who was bringing people away from the park and bringing them down to Cameroon? Number two, who was on radio station calling people, them stupid people are wearing red, green, and yellow t-shirt, calling them fools and all them kind of thing.
Clowns,
it
my
was
brother.
You're saying clowns.
They were saying clowns.
Exactly. It was their supporters who was doing these things, not the NNP people. So I want the particular caller to think back to herself and see who loves this country, who is giving advice to this government. Because when this government fail, the whole country fail. When this government succeed, the whole country succeed. Who is giving them advice? Are they taking the advice? Who is going under the life and disrespecting people who make serious contribution for the development of our state? Who are the person who are gonna disrespecting these peoples and them? Yeah, who make real contribution and who could still make more contribution? Yeah. So let me see who love Grenada and who hate Grenada. Last thing before I go. In 2018 election, a young man told me he'd say get a ride from one of the former candidates for St. Mark. So he give him the ride. He have a bad foot. So when he got the ride, the man be talking and the man ask him, well, first of all, the man say, me, when I go inside it, by me, I looking for me family, me family, and then I looking to help. I don't care about all this and care about that. And then he asked him who he voted for. The fella will tell him, well, I'm supporting NNP. I is that NNP. He know the man have a bad foot. The man say, job, come out of me van, boy. Tell him, man, come out of me van, boy. You understand? So, who love country and who love party? A lot of them, before NDC said jump, asking how high. No, the hotel was building St. David's, Zubilin, Peter DeSavi placed down at Port Louis down there, who was protesting against the project. And what was the motive for protesting against it? Is it because it wasn't creating jobs? Or it because the party says so? And it's because under who these jobs was coming to give Grenadians jobs. They don't thinking about that. All what they think about, me party say let's go and protest, and I go and protest. Me party say let we pass that referendum bill, and I will not pass that referendum bill because we don't love country. I bet you today or tomorrow, the Prime Minister say we going through a referendum. you go to see all of them who used to run them out and against the referendum, then you will see how they're supporting it now. Thanks, Sheldon. Have a good night.
All right. Thank you very much, brother. All right, folks. So 440-7377. We have just roughly about 9 minutes remaining on tonight's program. Folks, remember on Friday, the New National Party Women's Arm of St. David, they've got their breakfast taking place there at the constituency office. You can check them from 11 a.m. Not breakfast. Well, I keep saying breakfast for St. David's Women's Arm, the barbecue. Yeah, you can check them from 11 a.m. for their barbecue. All right, then the breakfast. Yeah, that's by Jar Lion Shop. Right, yeah, that's on Saturday morning. That's the St. George Northwest Constituency branch. So they're having their breakfast. That's going to be starting at 7 a.m. on Saturday. I'm trying to do this from memory. I don't have it written down. And then on Saturday as well, from 11 a.m., yeah, you head on out up there in Grenada, near to the medical station. Right, PD4 of the New National Party, St. John's Group, they are having their barbecue there as well. 440-7377. We're going to take some calls for about the next 5 minutes or so. We're going to take your calls for about the next 5 minutes or so. All right, nice. I wonder if I could touch something tonight, boy. Let me do a countdown and see if anybody gonna call there, or if I could do a little I wonder if I'm allowed to do that, boy. I wonder. Yeah? Yeah, I feel like I could touch something there. Let me touch something.
Yeah, this is a tribute to Tobulus. He's one of our father's soldiers. May you still rest in peace, my brother. Hey! But Paran will continue. Hi, boy. Hey! Set it! I never knew Scala was a pastor. Pray for me in the Luxi Lima. But like he forget to remember to pray for himself in the Masgra. Last year the man said he retire. Said he gonna walk with cats and stoner. But he say he gets so old and riven. Now they calling him number 7. Sing a parang for us. Boss a parang for us. They say you boss in your boss. So boss a parang for us. Sing a parang for us. Boss a parang for us. Yes, man. Hey, them fellas, they give him a lot of number 7. Hey, number 7 means money. Really? Hi, boy. Hey. Like that transformation have a cause. Black folks start to ride on Grana's boss. But the one what really surprised me is when the black folks swim in DC. We tell them free exact election. Them folks seeking for compensation. A fella in Grana's jump and say, them fall and them searching for KJ. Sing a parang for us. What's a parang for us?
Right, that is all again in that song tonight. That is all again in that song tonight. Nice? All right. We still can take a call. Yes, we still can take a call. No, I'm not playing anymore in that song tonight. No, nah. Nice. All get a taste. Right? We go play it on Thursday night. Tomorrow night we have Dr. Mitchell and thing. Thursday night we go play that one. All right? Nice. Good. Right. 440-7377 and 347-329-3101. Those are the numbers for you to call and get onto the inside of tonight's program. All right, yeah. Kind of day, and I'm thinking tomorrow is going to be a very busy day. A very, very busy day. Now, before I leave, there's a bit of information that I got, and I'm kind of trying to find out what is taking place with that, if indeed it is true. And I leave the is it true to Jenny Simon, because she does an excellent job with that. So I want to find out what's going on here. Because I'm hearing that Fast Cash no longer accepting new applicants. If that is so, why? Is it a case that they are heading to close down or so? If that is true, I'm asking, because I don't know. Somebody who I trust told me that today, that Fast Cash no longer accepting new applicants. Fast Cash looking to go, or they find things bad, they're looking to say, nah boy, too much people applying now and they can't pay back or whatever. I don't know. So I'm trying to find out if that is true, because I'm hearing from certain sources that is what's going on with fast gas. So is it true or is it not true? I don't know. I mean, we have a call online. Good night. Hello.
Sharon,
Yes, ma'am.
I want the listeners to know we have a lot of talking point jerseys still.
Yes.
We have medium, a lot of medium and large. Medium, large, and small. So all the listeners who's listening, and you want to get some for your family in America, England, Canada, which can we have? You know, we have black, we have blue, and we have green. I hardly have red, and we have a 2 red. So people could still come in and purchase one. We need it. I need all to go. I need all the jerseys.
Taking up space.
I'm speaking about everybody that I have large, medium, and small, black, blue, and green. So people come and get. You know, buy some for your niece, your nephew. Buy one and send your family abroad. So that's okay.
All right.
Have a good night, Grenada.
All right, Gabby.
Yeah.
Yes, indeed. Yes, and when you pass, make sure you get a shaman thing to go to. So you're going up with your t-shirts. And if you're up in New York and you want your t-shirts, you could check with Nurse McGuire. If you need how to find her, just message me on the WhatsApp, the 4407377. I'll give you the information how to contact her and so on. All right. I think we may have a call. Let me see if where is it? Yeah, I think I have a call online. Hello, good night.
Sheldon.
Yes, sir.
We want to know how much for the jersey. Not only we have it.
Oh, $40. $40.
We want to know the price of the jersey.
$40.
How much?
$40. 40.
All right.
All right, sir.
I will try and get one.
All right. Thank you.
All right.
All right.
And when she's speaking, she must say how much.
Okay.
Right?
No problem.
Right.
All
That's
right.
very good.
All right. Thanks.
That's a good friend.
Get your cornmeal when you go buy your two, eh?
Well, I'm a farmer, so I have to get cornmeal. I have to get her.
You have?
Right. She knows me very well. We was up this Sunday. She called me. We talk on her.
I just make out the voice.
No, you don't know who that is. No.
So I think you're the wrong person then.
Yeah.
Okay, if you say so.
When I meet you next time, I will tell you I was the person.
Okay.
All right.
All right, brother.
Good night.
I think you're the wrong person, boy. All right, folks, I think that would be it for calls for tonight. Yeah, let me just make sure the line's here. That would be it for calls for tonight. It has been wonderful being here with you all on Talking Points tonight. Remember, tomorrow night, yes, you may or may not see me before, but we are going to be doing that public engagement, not really just media engagement, it's a public engagement, right? So it is, sometimes you have to take the issues out to the Grenadian people. And that is exactly what's going to be taking place tomorrow night. So we look forward to that one. All right. My name is Sheldon Scott. I'm out here. No, I'm not playing the parang to go. All right. I'm not playing it to go. Right. That is all the time we have for tonight. I am heading out of here. And whatever you say, whatever you do it safe and secure. I want to be speaking to and with you, and definitely not about you. Love each and every one of you. I am out.
I'm proud, I'm strong. I am a Grenadian. Yes, man. Grenada, the land where I was born. I know you were so boring. Men have raped you and abused you and left you there crying. I devote my heart, my body and my soul. I stretch forth my helping hand to help you out. I haven't got diamond, silver, or even gold, but blessings I give to its west, north, and south. Oh, Grenada, Grenada, here I come, sweet, sweet Grenada. I will never, ever, ever let you down. Oh no. always be your support. Right here by your side. With my arms around you to wipe your weeping eyes. Oh, yeah. It's quite a long time now since you have fallen back to the last rung of the ladder, and your neighbors stand up there and uttering no talk, but to hell